Hey guys, one of our followers asked us to do a video about the Burmese cat. So here we are. We're gonna base this video on my experience with Matilda, okay? Please pardon me if I miss some things. I'm not a breeder. I'm not part of the cat fancy or anything. This is all based on my experience with this lady here, this beautiful lady. So let's go. I think the first thing, there are two types of Burmese. There is the American Burmese and the European Burmese. Matilda here is an European Burmese. Although we live in the US, we had her when we used to live in Europe, and we brought her with us, of course, when we moved. So she's an European Burmese. I understand that the main difference is that the American is stockier, has a broader head, maybe a more flattened muzzle. And there's some differences with the colors. There's more colors on the European, but in general, they're very similar. So let's go with the European Burmese, okay? So the Burmese is going to be a small to medium cat. You can see that Matilda, she's pretty small. She's much smaller than my Russian Blue. But they are quite heavy for their size, and for that you're often, if you've been researching, you know that they are called bricks wrapped in silk, because they are quite heavy, you know, much heavier than they look like. They have these very heavy bones, I believe. And that takes us to the next thing, which is the coat, which is super fine, glossy, and silky feeling to the touch. So the Burmese is the best cat to touch. It's so silky. It's amazing to touch a Burmese. It's really, really silky and amazing. I just love this coat. Oh my God, Matilda, you're so silky. You're so silky. Yeah. I saw, in terms of colors, I say there's different colors in the US and in the European. The US, there's 4 colors, which are sable, which is the distinctive, you know, that very dark brown Burmese. Then there is the champagne, which is Matilda here. It's a little bit lighter. Then there's the platinum, which is the silvery gray, and then there's the blue. The European Burmese has more colors, so there is the brown, which is equivalent to the sable in the US, which is the very dark one. There's the chocolate, which is Matilda, which is champagne in the US. There's the lilac, which is platinum in the US. There's the blue, which is blue in the US. And then they also have red, cream, and the torties. So the tortie can come in any of the colors. It can be a brown tortie, a chocolate tortie, and so on. Matilda woke up now. So, you know, she can look sometimes like a Siamese if you look at her face, but I think the face is a little bit more flat than a Siamese. I often get asked if she's a Siamese. The Burmese is a different breed. They are not Siamese, but they do have Siamese in them, so they are related. Because they were bred out of one Siamese as well. The eye, are you in the light now, Matilda? The eye is going to be yellow. Show us your beautiful yellow eyes. Are you show us? You gotta open your eyes, lady. Well, at least you get to see her face and her fangs. I promise you, she has the most beautiful yellow eyes. Oh, just chin scratch, huh? Anything else? So I said, you know, she's relatively small, and you see the tail is kind of a short tail. She looks to me a little bit like a dwarf cat. I love it. But no, they are just, you know, on the smaller side. Leave us comments if you have, you know, different opinions, or if you know something else that I'm not saying here. But the main trait of the Russian Blue, of the Burmese, the whole reason why we got one is the personality. So it's a beautiful cat, but that's not really important to us. What's really important is this cat's personality. So the Burmese is a puppy-like cat. They are very affectionate, and they are very loyal. So they are gonna be very cuddly. Sometimes it's a bit intense. Like if I go to the bathroom, Matilda goes after me. If I don't let her in, she sits by the door and she waits. She has to sleep on top of me. She wants to be in your lap. She needs attention. And she's very loyal as well. She's not like that with everybody. She's like that with the people that she's bonded with. So she's like that with me and my husband. But if somebody comes and visit, actually the Russian Blue is going to be much more friendly to strangers than the Burmese, because the Burmese is really, really loyal. This personality is great. This personality trait is great if you like a cat that is cuddly. The problem is, this is not for everyone, because the Burmese does not do well if it's not getting the attention that it needs. It's gonna get depressed, it's gonna get anxious, and anxiety in cats is not good. Matilda, for example, if we travel, if we're out, say, for 2 weeks, when we come back, first thing she's gonna, headbutt you to death. She's gonna be super cuddly, but she can also get destructive, like she chew on my shoes. So it's not for everyone. It needs attention. It needs you to be there. Of course, when we travel, she stays with a cat sitter, but cat sitter is not the same as us. And the other thing is, if you work full time, it's probably not a good idea to have only one Burmese. When we got Matilda, we were both working full time, so we didn't have a baby. So we decided to get the Russian Blue to make her company. That's the whole reason we ended up getting a Russian Blue as well. Because at least she has some company and she's not alone during the day. I think she would be very depressed if she had to be on her own for a whole day. Okay, I think that's it. Those are the main things that I had in mind. Please let me know if I forgot anything major. Leave us comments. And I think for me, this is one of my favorite breeds. I know that I will always have a Burmese cat. If somebody once wrote this in the comments, and I think it's so true. If you know a Burmese, you know true love, because they give you so much love. Right, sweetie? Oh, love you.